Offaly jersey immediately available. Now spots one over at the far side, Colm Quinn. The long ball is a change of direction, which was a feature of the first half. Niall McNamee, another one of the stars of that opening 35 minutes. With him, Joe Higgins, nicely dispossessed. Donald Miller, giving it long, Ian Fitzgerald. Joe Raftery with Hughie Emerson. Back out to Kavanagh. Shot at goal, left and wide. 7 wides for Laois in this match. 8 minutes left in O'Connor Park, Tullamore, for the home side to get back on level terms at least. Donald Miller, or rather Pádraig Clancy, to right half back Darren Rooney. Sideline ball, Offaly. Ross Munnelly taking a knock there. Sideline ball quickly taken. Half blocked by Fitzgerald. And Laois counter-attack again. Gary Kavanagh. Fitzgerald wanted, but look at the wind. Curl it back into the Offaly man's waiting arms. And the free is to Offaly. Cathal Daly did well to gather it under a little bit of pressure. This is Daly, brought down by the Laois captain.
Well, that's just a lazy tackle by perhaps a tired one as well by Ian Fitzgerald. Should get a yellow card for this. No attempt to tackle the ball at all.
Yellow card for the Laois captain Ian Fitzgerald. Substitute coming on now for Offaly. This is Sean Grennan that's on. Sean from Ferban. And he's going to be replacing Niall McNamee, who was also replaced in the second half.
Yes, and he seems to have tired a bit. Of course, he wouldn't have the same strength. He's only a minor, just out of minor ranks coming out of it. He's had a good championship, you'd have to say, so far. He hasn't let the side down.
Here come Laois again. Noel Garvin. Over this side. Brian McDonald. And that's over the bar. That's a goal and 2 points for the corner forward. And Laois now look well on their way to victory here.
Yeah, the game has gone quite open now, and this is where Laois revel, because they throw the ball around so quickly and they're getting uncontested shots at the goal now. McDonald tipping that one over at ease.
Vinnie Claffey chasing this. Nice flick up from Roy Malone, the old guard. Here's Roy Malone again, cutting through. Nice opportunity here, nice play by Offaly. And it's a free dead straight in front of the post, as Matthew Mitchell came forward from a half-back position to lend assistance. Now, can Offaly create something here, or just satisfied perhaps to tap it over and hope they can do something in the final 5.5 minutes or so?
Well, if it was a hurling match, you'd say he had to go for the goal. A bit more difficult with the bigger white ball. He'd probably take his point and be satisfied with it.
That's Joe Higgins that's down injured, requiring some attention. Had a wonderful league campaign, can play up in the forwards as well. This is the incident again. And there was a clash of heads there between Joe Higgins and Darren Rooney.
But certainly the foul was outside, definitely a free.
Colm Quinn. That's the angle from behind the town end. Happy, I'm sure, to just tap this one over. 5 points. 5 out of 5.
We just have about 4 minutes left, Marty. It's asking a lot for Offaly. If they don't get a goal, very hard to see where they're going to get these points.
One of the criticisms levelled at Laois is that they don't have big, strong, physical men around centre field. But when you look at fellas like Donald Miller, and even to a certain extent Gary Kavanagh, Hughie Emerson, there's no lacking in physique there.
Not at all, and they've crowded out midfield very well. You'd have to say they've at least got a 50-50 break of it.
Donald Miller certainly has done enough to suggest that he's in contention if Laois achieve victory here. which looks likely. Hughie Emerson, always a favourite with the Laois crowd. Ross Munnelly feeding Brian McDonald. Munnelly gone inside. Back to Munnelly. Angles, I thought it was going over the bar. Just seemed a little bit short. Barry Mooney under pressure here. Gets his free. Matthew Mitchell setting up this attack, and there's a high challenge here.
And he's definitely in trouble for this one, I would say.
And Paul McDonald could be in trouble here.
It's been a feature of the game, actually. A lot of the high challenges. The referee's been happy to flash a yellow for them, but I think he might just go a bit further this time.
Paul McDonald has played very well, it must be said, as a replacement for Derek Conroy.
Yes, it's red.
It looks like he's gone for a red card. High challenge on the Offaly man, and it's now down to 14 men for Laois.
And it's a straight red as well, Marty, which won't augur well for his championship prospects if Laois get over this one.
This is the incident again. Oh, no question whatsoever about it. And I don't think Brian Crowe, who was closer to the action, had any hesitation about that high challenge. 5 yellow cards for Laois today and 1 red. This one dropping in. Right under the crossbar. Noel Garvin. Clearance is not a good one. Barry Mooney going for a second point. And that is got over the bar. Not a bad day's work for a cornerback. They stay in contention. Offaly, so much like Meath in so many ways. You never ever question their spirit or their character. This ball dropping in. Wonderful fielding, but the clearance was not a good one by Noel Garvin. 3 minutes added on.
The Offaly crowd haven't given up on their team, that's for sure. They're really getting behind them for the last 4 or 5 minutes of this match now, including the injury time.
Fergal Byron, beautifully caught out in the centre of the pitch by Kieran McManus. Offaly need a goal. 45 seconds left in actual playing time. 3 minutes to be added on. If it was anybody else but Offaly, you'd say this game was over. Palpitations as Sean Grennan had a goal. Just watch this again. Looked like it was going for the top corner. It was dipping, but it was dipping to the wrong side of the post.
Wasn't much in it, Marty. That set a few heartbeats going very strange in the Offaly crowd. That could have flashed into the net.
10 seconds left in actual playing time. Offaly need a goal. They've 3 minutes of added time to save their presence in the Leinster Championship. Remember, the losers of this tie play London in the All-Ireland qualifiers. But when you have neighbours like Laois and Offaly playing, pride and indeed a presence in the Leinster Championship is much more important at this moment. Laois need to ensure victory with a point. Offaly need possession to have any chance of gaining a draw. It's the Offaly boys that have it. And here they come. Colm Quinn, Neville Coughlin. Look where the centre forward is, and he's brought down by a very high challenge by Ian Fitzgerald.
The referee has spotted it though, Marty.
I think the referee has. Yeah. Colm Quinn, long ball in. Vinnie Claffey. The ball is loose. There's another Offaly man down, and again Laois survive. Tense, anxious moments in O'Connor Park. Run down, and the referee is now going back to have a war, I'm sure, with the Laois captain, and he's already on a yellow card.
He's going to walk, Marty, here for sure. It was a silly tackle, didn't need it at this stage of the game.
Second yellow. Second red for Laois. Paul McDonald is gone. Ian Fitzgerald is gone. That old indiscipline problem is still there in Laois.
And if there's any consolation for them, he went on a second yellow, Marty, which is going to make a difference.
Yes, absolutely. It's 15 against 13. A minute and a half left in Tullamore. But Laois, more importantly, have the sideline kick. Mick O'Dwyer will tell Noel Garvin, take your time. And he leaves it for Corey Clancy.
Mickle's going to take this on himself, Marty, if he gets a chance. He wants to slow it down, right down.
Give it long, he says. Drops in. Offaly have it once more. Vinnie Claffey, look where he is. Here comes Matthew Mitchell. John Reynolds wants it delivered fast, getting away from Colin Byrne. It has to be a goal. Matthew Mitchell, Offaly combination, still there. They still have it, trying to sneak it in. Half blocked by Colin Byrne, free out to Laois. The visitors survive. Nobody leaving O'Connor Park in Tullamore, I can assure you. And again, they'll take all day to take the free. Reaching the 73rd minute now. It's up to the referee to allow any other extra moments to be played. It's another free for Laois. Look at the faces in the crowd. Tense, anxious moments. And indeed, Mickle.
It's all over.
The referee, Brian Crowe, has blown the full-time whistle. And Laois have come to Tullamore and conquered. Mick O'Dwyer has indeed received an early birthday present. But they finish with 13 men. Paul McDonald sent off. Ian Fitzgerald sent off. And most importantly, as Kevin pointed out, for a second offence, and if that could be a vital factor. But more importantly, from a Laois perspective, they've come to Tullamore and they have finally put away the challenge of Offaly. Despite the best efforts of Vinnie Claffey and his colleagues, O'Connor Park, the news is a good one for Laois, a bad one for Offaly. They're out of the Leinster Championship. It's Laois 210, Offaly 13 points. Let's go down to the sideline for some post-match reaction.
Mick O'Dwyer, you must have enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a great game, a classic championship game. Oh, it was wonderful stuff, and we got some great scores. But it's unbelievable that we didn't get one free within 50 yards of the goal. We didn't get one free in the whole hour and 10 minutes inside 50 yards. And he put off two fellas for menial fouls, in my opinion. I mean, that's unbelievable. That must be a record.
Has that left a bit of a sour taste finishing with 13 for you?
Well, I suppose in a way it did, you know. But I mean, that's football. We have to put up with that type of stuff. You know yourself, you have to accept what goes on. Next time I get 2 weeks and I'm not too long, I have to wait and see.
The tension at the end was something else, bearing in mind what happened last week.
Tension was an Offaly great championship team. They're quite capable of coming back at any time. But I think our fellas gave it 100% today. And you know, they played with fire, spirit. Our two midfielders up their game from the last day. It was a great game and a great one to win.
Well done, Mick O'Dwyer. Thank you.
Well, the crowd then pour out of O'Connor Park here in Tullamore. The Laois supporters are jubilant. They're cheering as they leave the ground. Mick O'Dwyer, well, he's still passionate, isn't he? Even in victory, still has things to say. We take a break. We're back with Bernard Flynn and our man of the match selection after this.
This is my thing, customizing cars and bikes. I eat and sleep this stuff. It's a total obsession, and I love it. Then again, you know what they say about all work and no play.
I'm thirsty. You want something?
If you're up.
I'm up. You want anything?
It's okay.
David, I'm in the kitchen. Can I get you anything?
What do you have?
A Coke.
That sounds good.
Are you sure?
Yes, please. Thank you, Court.
Ice?
Yes, please. Oh, thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Now, there is no up or down. Introducing Mach 3 Turbo. Total comfort, whether you shave down or up. A new anti-friction coating on all 3 blades. Plus a new strip releases even more lubrication. So even against the grain, you get less irritation and the closest shave. It's turning the shaving world upside down. Mach 3 Turbo, new from Gillette. Try new Gillette Series Shave Gel and get skincare with every shave.
So that's the scene then here in Tullamore at the end of this Leinster Championship replay between Laois and Offaly. It's Laois who go forward then for that meeting with Dublin in the next round of the Leinster Championship. Offaly into the qualifiers against London. Look at the stats from that game, and just to kind of wrap up those for you at the moment, let's take a check on the scoreline and those stats first of all. So Laois the victors then by 2-10 to Offaly's 13 points, 20 frees to Offaly, 12 to Laois. Some of those things that Mick O'Dwyer was complaining about there. Offaly had 10 wides and Laois had 7. We had a total of 7 yellow cards. Generally sporting game, it has to be said. And of course we had 2 reds as well, and both of them against Laois. They will have a knock-on effect for the next day. Time for us to go back down to the sideline again, to our sideline reporter, that's Darren Maloney, and he has somebody else to talk to.
Yes, Michael, well, our man of the match selection is Ross Munnelly. Ross is here with me. Congratulations, there's your beautiful Galway Crystal Trophy. A wonderful day for Laois, a very good game, a very tense game.
It was tough on the day. We knew coming down here to O'Connor Park that nothing was going to be easy, and especially with the weather conditions there was wind going all over the place. It's hard to know what way it was going, but we're glad to come out here with a win. It was a well fought win, and we felt last week in Portlaoise we didn't perform at all, and on today I suppose we definitely deserved it today. Getting the goal the last day and being a point up, I suppose more experienced players would have held the ball, and but we let it go and they went down, and Kieran McManus got a great point, and we came back today, and thank God we were able to finish the job today.
Lots of key moments in the game, but I thought Beano McDonald's goal when Offaly were in front was a real vital moment.
Oh yeah, the Beano is something special. Like, he's every night in training, especially a young player like me, I learned something off him. It's great to be in with this bunch of Laois players. There's great talent in the tunnel, and I'm delighted that Mick O'Dwyer gave me the chance to come on board this year and show him what I can do.
Well, Ross, congratulations on the win and on your man of the match award. We'll go back up to Michael.
Yeah, Darrell, we do indeed congratulate Ross Munnelly on his man of the match award. So the Laois supporters then go home happy from Tullamore here this evening. You'll have plenty to talk about this evening and this victory, and look forward to the game against Dublin. I think it was a well-deserved victory for them, Bernard Flynn, in the end.
Absolutely, without doubt. They were by far the better team, and full credit to Laois. Sometimes they don't get the credit deserved. I was a little bit worried for Offaly's fitness going into the match today. I think they were far, far sharper. The Laois forward line scored 2-8 from play, as opposed to the Offaly forward line of 4 points from play. That spoke volumes for itself, Michael, today.
It did. The one downright support from Laois, they had 2 men sent off here today, and Ian Fitzgerald, the captain, getting sent off, I thought was very foolish of him.
Yeah, it was a little bit silly now. Ian had a huge game, 1-3 from play. Probably would have sneaked man of the match from Ross Munnelly, but disappointed with 2 sent off. But full credit. They'll only think about today. They're going to meet Dublin. I think McDonald, Fitzgerald and Ross Munnelly, they had 3 forwards there today that Offaly did not. They were first to the ball, sharper, and mentally they were more up for the game than Offaly were today.
All right, Bernard Flynn, thank you very much for joining us here in the programme. The Laois supporters shouting up congratulations and all other sort of things for you there. Let's take a look then at what we've got for you here on RTE Television.